Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Dallas Cowboys. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards there and a Niner first. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
A gain of 10 and a 49er first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
Out of the shotgun, Breida, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Bud Dupree coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. Now a toss play. It's Breida. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let them outside where they can really shred your defense.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of Week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
Now a handoff looking right. And some space here. He's at the 50, 30, and all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play here for the Cowboys. 54 yards on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Shoot! Hey, watch it. SOS.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Keep playing. Ready. And Lobo. 50. Check back 50. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Throwing on first down. Love. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best. Never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start on the ground with Breida. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. They control the clock, they control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 27. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Quit talking about it and bring it. Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
2nd and 11.
Check three.
Incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Love. Cooper's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, Love. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
When you spend your first-round pick on a pass rusher, you are absolutely counting on him to be an impact player. And there you go. Right away, he gets to the quarterback.
And guess what? Likely the first of many that we're going to see from that young man. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. If they can't come up with something here, they're looking at a quick 3 and out.
Well, guess what? You get the ball in the hands of your best player to his favorite play and try and salvage something out of this drive. Now, of course, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're thinking the exact same thing.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. This is Breida. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second quarter, 2 minutes remain, 3-0 our score. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Breida. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
On second down. Here's Fournette. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up first and goal.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check, check, check.
They'll try to run with Breida. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they're able to double their lead just before half. It's 6-0. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal.
Hey, Echo. Put on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It was Breeland Speaks getting home to the cornerback that time. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Niners take over 1st and 10.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out. Check safety, check safety.
They run again with Breida. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Let's go. Henry. Let's go. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. Oh, he's got some breathing room. 31 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Watch the whip. Kill.
They run with Breida. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
Another good run for him. What else is new? That'll put him right at 150 yards for the game. So he's really made his presence felt in this one.
Once again, they run with Breida on first down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the second half alone?
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 3-yard touchdown pass. Here the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. They run it with Breida, and he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. And as he approaches to kick it off, he might be thinking this could be a 14-0 lead with a couple of PATs as he sends this one away.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. 2nd and 13. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Here we go.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
I'm coming after you. Go.
On 1st and 10, Love. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 34. Back to throw. Love. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. But it's going to be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. The tight end Kelce was the intended target. 3rd down here.
And 10 yards to go.
Set. 18 Gator. Be a long game for you. He's crashing. He's gone. Ready, go.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And this is back to a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll begin the drive with Breida. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Here's Breida. And he will be marked down short of the 1st as they get to him at the 29. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. Back now in Arlington, as it looks like we are just about set and ready to begin with the 4th. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Check. Fresno. Leo. Showing up. Ready, go.
Going to give this time to the tailback. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
You're out. Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And Owen coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. Now, this was still going to be a one-score game either way, but still, that's a potentially harmful miss here in the 4th.
It certainly is, because if you consider that now if they give up a touchdown, they give up the lead. So he might be getting the side eye by the defenders coming out on the field now as he goes back to the bench after that miss.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Lock it. Wide. Get wide. Slam.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he loses the football a second time. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49. Yard line. Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. Now Leonard Fournette. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now a give coming right is Breida. Room here to run. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Michael Brocker's in on the stop. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This will be from 49 yards out. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way, but it does get over the bar. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Amari Cooper. 78 yards as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. He'll look to throw, and it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fielded at the 33. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They need to get this around the 40 on the other side to get into field goal range. Look at the clock, a decent amount of time here in a tie game. What do?
No panic situation at all. They've got to get a couple of chunk plays, pick up nice bits of yardage.
Target the sidelines?
Target the sidelines because you want to get out of bounds and make sure that clock stops. Because if the clock stays running, that makes things that much tougher for you. It can always bleed out on you.
Looking for Cooper, that's complete. 17 yards on the play there, and the Cowboys have a 1st down.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you got to get up there and spike it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Love. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
Here we go. Ready, go.
And they do spike it in time with just 1 second remaining. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Fournette, a first down carry, and he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You can't block me. You can't run. Shift. 49. Check 49. Check 49. Shift. 58. Come on. 58. Come on.
Breida, he'll try the right side. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. So not quite out of danger just yet. Still backed up a bit, but only need a few inches here on second down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 2 yards, good enough for a first. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Looking to throw. Love. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, tried to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the 49ers, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lag. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons in them. Ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna play me, no conversation, ain't got no hesitation.